Namaste everyone, peace and love to everyone out there. Thought I'd come to Kiwanis Park out here in Tempe. It's a beautiful park with this nice water backdrop. And I did this video a little bit earlier, and I decided to split it up into two after watching it when I was done, just because it'll help keep the information kind of separate and keep me on track on what I'm talking about. So first off, the thing I was going to mention is I seen a really good story the other day where I think Fox 10 was covering it on how they're discussing making all drugs legal, which I think is a phenomenal idea for a lot of reasons. You know, some people will think it's a bad idea and will say, oh, you know, it'll destroy people's lives. But in fact, you know, people destroy their own lives. A drug doesn't destroy it for them. They choose to do that drug when they're at a low point in their life and have no hope and decide to take it out in a drug. So hopefully your perspective isn't messed up in that way, because if it is, then I'm sure you also believe building a wall will keep out illegal immigrants and some other crazy shit. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's a good idea. Besides taking people out of jail and prison that don't need to be there, it also gives people the freedom. Like, you know, everyone talks about this being fucking America, land of the free, but you can't do shit without getting arrested or a ticket. So, you know, I'm all about giving people their freedoms back, and for those that are going to destroy their lives are already in the job of doing so. So don't be fooled and think that the drugs are going to do it. The other thing is, you know, TV puts on that, you know, it's all about people abusing, you know, alcohol abuse and partying it up until they're vomiting and sick. You know, every drug is talked about and labeled as something bad because of the abusive side of it, and at the same time, that's all you see on TV and movies is about abuse. If we step back from that perspective, because that's what it's about, that's why the TV is there, to shift your paradigm and make you believe a certain way about things without opening up your mind and thinking about it from a broader perspective. And here's the thing, heroin, for instance, everyone goes, oh shit, heroin, that's bad, don't touch it, do not ever do heroin in your life. But let me tell you something, if you get in a really bad accident, or like my grandpa, who was diagnosed with a certain stomach cancer and was having a hard time in the end, you know, they give you heroin to help separate yourself from all that pain and agony that you're going through, to try to have a few moments of I guess normality. I don't know if it would be normal, because it's not really normal at that point, but it has its purpose, is the point. All drugs are tools and have their purpose. Looking at those things and figuring out what their purpose is our job. Like marijuana is another good one. You know, growing up, I've heard so much negative things and perspective about marijuana. I've chosen, you know, to keep it to myself, but you know, in the grand scheme of things in my life and the way it's going now, I've broken all the stereotypes that people talk about. And you know, I really see it as just a bunch of bullshit nowadays, because I'm doing my dreams, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm making my life happen, and I don't let anything stop me. So when it comes to marijuana, for instance, that's actually a drug that's used for inner sense. It's why, you know, most people in movies, when they talk about you getting stoned, you're questioning, why did the stars twinkle, or why is the sun shining, or why do the birds fly, or why does the water ripple the way it does? It makes you curious. It makes you question your reality and the life that we're in. And that's the point. You know, it actually took me to a point later on in my life when I started seeing the purposes of those things, that I've come to reality that, you know, I was never smoking marijuana to escape from my reality or escape from my problems or run from my problems, because I fucking deal with every single one of my problems face to face, heads up, one-on-one, down to throw down, whatever it takes. But you know, it's not like they make it seem with the perspectives of, you know, you smoke marijuana and you're gonna be sloucher or a dummy or lazy or anything like that. It's not the case. It's people that are like that, and that just intensifies the person. But you have to make choices yourself, and don't let everything around you make choices for you. So everything in the grand scheme of things has purpose. Marijuana is an incense. It makes you sense deeper within. Heroin is pain separator. So when you're a great amount of pain and your shock isn't doing it, you get a little bit of heroin and it does the body what it needs. Which comes to some of my favorite ones. When we go and talk about LSD or psilocybin cubensis, psilocybin cubensis being some of my favorite, which is what's going to be my other video about a trip report. But those are two of my favorite ones that people like to go, oh no, those are horrible, they're bad, don't ever do them. You know, they'll make you crazy. You're just going to see a bunch of things that aren't really there. There's all kinds of misinformation and misguidance just to keep you from finding out what the truth really is. And you know, that's why I'm really excited why hopefully they make everything legal, because I know most people will go, oh, people's lives are going to be ruined, stealing and everything else is going to go up. Don't let them lie to you. Don't be so naive that you think a wall will stop illegal immigrants when 40% of illegal immigration happens in the air, in airplanes. Don't be as foolish to believe that these things are something that you shouldn't be part of and aren't tools for your own spiritual growth. So follow my next video. It's going to be in regards to my trip report. You know, I'm actually going to go in detail with every step of the way and all the trips that I did and the process that I took to get there. So please watch the other video. It's going to be really good. This is just an opening statement to talk about hopefully the legalization of all drugs here in America, give people their freedoms back, the choice to choose to do what they want to do with their lives again. Slowly but surely, you know, making America great by making it free. So stand up, everybody. Don't be afraid of what they tell you. Don't let fear stop you. Rise above it. Follow my next video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Namaste.